Hey everybody, it's Randy with Carchaeology, and I've got an update for you on what's been going on the past couple of weeks. Now, as you've noticed, I've been pretty quiet on videos going on here, as well as social media stuff as well. I've been taking kind of a well-deserved break. I was pushing myself super hard, and then kind of reached a breaking point when we had the fire and the evacuation and all of that going on. It was a bit overwhelmed. And as you saw in the last video from a couple weeks back, I'd kind of reached that point where it's like, man, some of this stuff is just got to go. Something's got to give. And it's important in our world, in our life, that we don't try to do too much. I mean, certainly motivation is a great thing. It brings about some really cool things, but it can also really take a major toll on yourself. So I've been recharging a little bit. I've been getting caught up with some other things that have been great. And I wanted to quickly update you on some exciting stuff that has been going on that I've not been videoing. So starting with the projects in the workshop, as I mentioned in the last video, I really wanted to get rid of a couple of the cars. And in fact, I have. The Jag as well as the Dodge Touring have both now found new homes now. People that are super excited about taking them to the next level. In both situations, I'm a little sad to see them go, but at the same time, when one door closes, another door opens, and an amazing door has opened up to me that I'm going to walk through here next week on a major digging trip to Chicago, Illinois. So you guys got to follow along with that. I'm actually getting out of my comfy chair here and out of the lab to go all the way to Chicago to dig up some extremely interesting history on wheels. Other cool stuff that has been going on, the Mercedes 320, our barn find Mercedes, that has certainly been the most exciting thing I've come across in so many years. After bringing the car out for its first time to the San Marino Concours, it created a bunch of attention. I got attention from a couple of different photographers, magazines that want to do features on the car, and it has now been photographed for features in what looks like to be 3 upcoming magazines, one of which will probably be out in the next month or so, and then another couple that'll probably be in the beginning of the year, or maybe even spring. In any case, here's a couple of quick photos that were taken by these photographers. Super cool to get the car out of the lab, out into the open, and see the reactions that are coming from people on it. And so far, it's been spectacular. And the magazine articles I'm really super stoked about. Number one, that'll give me something to hang on the wall in the shop here to always remember the car from. Also, it is something that I hope will bring more attention to the car and more attention to its history. And with any luck, we might actually find out some more information on it. My dream with that car has always been to find out who it was built for back in 1948 by Romich. Who was it that was balling hard driving through the bombed out wreckage of Berlin in 1948 in that tricked out, sexy red Mercedes convertible? In any case, I don't know if I'll ever find out that information, but the more that the car gets out there into the world, especially in some of the magazines that it looks like it's going to be published in, I think it increases the chance of that happening. Let's see, other projects going on. Brubaker Box. Lots of fun stuff going on with the Brubaker. It's been a little stop and go. We've been dealing with some of the fuel tank issues. We are trying to find some parts to make the fuel system whole. Unfortunately, I've not had much luck with that because the pieces that we need are not being reproduced and are very difficult to find in the used market. And so Ben currently has the fuel tank. He's going to be modifying it so that we can just straight up use it as a normal tank and not have to be stuck with all of the original piping and fittings and things like that that were on it. So once that comes back, then we can get the body bolted on there. The engine is with the car now. It's down at Sebastian's, and he is working on that. And I'm really hopeful that within the next couple of weeks or so, we can get that thing actually up and running and driving. So I look forward to sharing that with you. as well as updates on the Matchbox or Hot Wheels Quest. I've always had this dream of seeing a die-cast Brubaker Box toy. It's the most Hot Wheels car I've ever seen, and as you've seen in previous videos, I've been kind of pushing to get that to happen. So I started a petition online that, at this point, I think we've got over 250 signatures on it. There has been another article on a website called The Autopian that got some great responses. There's some upcoming Hot Wheels Legends events that hopefully we can get a Brubaker box to. And the web is just kind of weaving its way there. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I'm ever hopeful that it will. So I will put a link to the petition down in here, as well as the other video on the Brubaker Box Hot Wheels Quest. Please share that to anybody you know. Please sign up with the petition. We'll see if we can get any interest there, and I will certainly keep you posted on what's going on with that. Let's see, other projects here. I did mention in a previous video that there were a couple of other cars I was thinking of letting go. I've kind of held back on those for the moment. The Mini Cooper, the Myers-Manx buggies, the Rosensteel Coupe. I just absolutely can't let that car go. I need to finish the Rosensteel Coupe. So anybody that has inquired about that, my apologies for teasing you with that. The Mini Cooper, I might still be tempted, but I really want to take a little time, throw the engine in that thing and see if I can get it to run. I've got a good engine for it sitting on the shop floor here. Probably wouldn't take more than a day to get that thing put up in there, maybe chase a few parts, and then maybe have that be a running, driving car. And then that would be significantly more interesting. My whole thing is dig it up and drive it, and just digging it up and letting it sit just doesn't sit right to me. If I can at least get a car started, move it around under its own power, then I feel like I've accomplished my quest. I don't need to bring every car to a completed, perfect restoration or you know, fulfill whatever fantasy I have with every single car, because there's always more cars out there. And as much as I would love to have the endless budget and endless garage space to just damn near keep everything, that ain't going to happen. So sometimes something's got to give. So the Dodge and the Jag are out of here. I've got an interesting car coming in after my trip to Chicago next week. You guys are absolutely going to be blown away with this whole story. It's one that I'm so incredibly excited about sharing with you, because it is a vehicle or vehicles that have touched so many lives during their use. And I'm going to leave it at that, but definitely look forward to videos upcoming on the channel of this absolute once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to find these cars and bring them back out into the world. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So in any case, thanks for watching on the update here. Please watch for more stuff as I get further into the year. Lots of projects going on at Carchaeology. And once again, my apologies for being a little quiet for the past couple weeks, but it has been a very needed time of recharge so that I can keep up doing what I'm doing for a long period of time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Keep on digging them up and driving them, folks. Bye-bye.